Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück. Heute möchte ich gerne nochmal ein How-To machen. Und zwar geht es heute um das altbekannte Spiel, oder vielleicht nicht so altbekannte Spiel, Pokémon Creepy Black. Pokémon Creepy Black ist ein Hack für Pokémon Feuerrot. Und in ihm geht es darum, dass man eigentlich genau dasselbe Spiel hat.
Can't wait so we can break apart the hit me if I seem a little unimpressed with this. An antisocial pessimist, but usually I don't mess with it. I can't wait so we can break apart the hit me if I seem a little unimpressed with this. An antisocial pessimist, but usually I don't mess with it.
For people that don't already know, Pokemon is an RPG series that lets you battle, trade, and collect creatures in an attempt to become a Pokemon Master. Considered a lighthearted children's game by most, it is a surprise to see that there is a town in the game that centers around death and murder, known as Lavender Town. There's really not much in Lavender Town other than a Pokemon Tower, which is a cemetery for Pokemon, and a side plot of Team Rocket murdering a Marowak. Even a year later, I can't see how they reasoned that such a dark and depressing plot should be in a children's game. In my original video, I said that Lavender Town is the only city without a gym, which is wrong. I found out that the difference between a town and a city is that towns don't have Pokemon gyms. Before I start with the theories, I need to mention that if my opinion hasn't changed and I have nothing new to add on the subject matter, I won't be discussing that theory in the video. So let's begin. In the first version of Pokemon Green, the Lavender Town music had high-pitched frequencies that could give kids headaches. While I'll stick to my conclusion that the music didn't make any kids commit suicide and only a small percentage of the Japanese cartridges had the music, I did mess up on something. In the original video, I played a sample of the original music. In the comments, I literally had 1,000 people say that it gave them headaches, but it turns out that the portion of the song I played didn't even have the missing frequencies. I swear I didn't do this on purpose. I just played the first part of the original Lavender Town music without realizing that the frequencies didn't start until later in the song. This just proves my point that the power of suggestion can make you hear something that isn't there. When researching the original video, I came to the conclusion that Missing No is a baby Cubone that they took out of the game last minute, but this was wrong, so let me explain what Missing No actually is. When you talk to the old man that teaches you how to catch a Pokemon, your character's name is put into the part of the memory which chooses what wild Pokemon is going to attack you. Since the fight is scripted to always be against a Weedle when you talk to the old man, that portion of the memory isn't needed, and right when you walk into tall grass, everything returns to normal, unless you fly away from the area. So when you fly to Cinnabar Island and swim on the east coast where there is no specified Pokemon to encounter, the game isn't equipped to give you any actual Pokemon to fight. So it treats your name as hexadecimal data, which makes Missing No appear. Believe it or not, there are two other popular Lavender Town creepypasta stories. The first one is that in the original music there are missing frequencies that can't be heard by humans, but if you play them in a certain computer program, the Lavender Town ghost will show up on the screen. The second story is that the original boss of Lavender Town was buried alive, and if you lost to him, he would eat you. Both of these stories are completely fake and don't have any credible evidence to prove otherwise, which is why I left them off the original video, but since you kept on asking, I'm mentioning them here. I still don't understand why Lavender Town is so scary, or why the simple 8-bit music has scared so many children and adults. I remember when I was 11, the Lavender Town music used to turn my stomach whenever I listened to it, which is why I started searching for Lavender Town online in the first place. Why the music is so scary, we may never know, but that doesn't mean we can't keep on theorizing about it. When creating the Lavender Town theory, I never thought I would make another one again, let alone base my channel around video game urban legends. But now 18,000 subscribers later, I'm glad I did. So that's literally everything you'll ever have to know about Lavender Town. But I did get this strange...
Hey, little buddy, want a ride?
Pikachu!
Yeah, whatever. I'll be right back.
Where can you catch all 150 Pokemon? On your Game Boy, that's where. Pokemon for Game Boy is here. With both packs, you can catch them all.
Pokemon, a charming, innocent children's game. Originating on the original Game Boy, with red and blue versions in North America, no one would ever have suspicions of this game. It was an addictive and creative adventure for young kids to embark on. Pokemon truly completed childhoods. However, it may have a dark side. Lavender Town, an utterly creepy area with little significance in-game other than causing your ears to bleed, for some literally. due to its awkward and eerie background music. Lavender Town is stuck in the heads of gamers to this day, but is that due to it being out of place compared to the rest of the game, or is the true answer deeper than that? What does Lavender Town have to hide? What could such an old, simple Game Boy game have suspicious about it? Would it be acceptable to go as far as to say some cartridges may in fact be haunted? Let's find out. The most infamous story revolving around Lavender Town is the Lavender Town Syndrome creepypasta. Lavender Town Syndrome, also known as Lavender Town Tone, was an event taking place almost immediately after the release of Pokemon Red and Green in Japan. With children ages 7 to 12, there was a peak in suicide and illness. The suicidal children usually hung themselves or jumped from lethal heights. Some who were not suicidal or sick still experienced severe headaches. These many terrible things were apparently caused by extremely high frequencies in the original Lavender Town music. In later cartridges, the music was changed to a lower frequency. Thankfully, everything said so far is fake. The last part of the creepypasta is arguably real, though. The last part was actually added onto this creepypasta fairly recently. A video analyzing the frequencies of the music using special computer software. Near the end of the audio, the software produced images of the ghost sprite and multiple unknowns. These unknowns spelled "Leave Now." Even stranger, unknowns had no in-game appearance until Generation 2, Gold and Silver. A video was posted on YouTube the 22nd of July, 2011, as a response to the original analysis of the Lavender Town music. This video was meant to find out whether or not these images actually appear in the software analysis.
This video, the Lavender Town missing frequencies thing. So for those of you who actually don't know the Lavender Town creepypasta, it's a story, and it said that the original version of the theme from Lavender Town in Pokemon Green for Japanese Game Boy, it said that it caused kids to have headaches and kill themselves and all this crazy shit. Go look it up on Creepypasta Wiki right now. Seriously, pause this video, go look it up right now. I mean, of course, it's fake as hell, but this video, it's famous, or more or less infamous, for this part right here. This so-called distorted audio. Now, of course, we all think that that's bullshit, and of course we know the creepypasta is bullshit, but is the frequency itself bullshit? I actually took the liberty of downloading a spectrograph software to actually analyze it, as you can see here. See, it's kind of like the one used in the other video, except with more colors. So it's pretty cool. Now, hang on. I'm going to skip to the part of the video where the so-called unknowns come in. Okay, I'm going to slow down here a little bit. Okay. Whoa. No fucking way. Okay, what you're seeing here is the actual image that's embedded into the audio, and it actually is of the ghost Pokemon and the unknown. See? You can see it quite clearly here. I think the leave now part is at the bottom. But holy shit. Look at that. See? And then right after that's where the audio goes all crazy.
What could all this mean? It is currently unknown, no pun intended. However, a current event has changed the way we all look at this. It's no longer immediately stapled as bullshit. That is Blame Truth's scary Pokemon Blue story. Beginning on the 14th of October, 2011, this story has not only had a huge impact on whether or not something especially creepy is involved with Lavender Town, but also has an impact on whether or not ghosts truly exist. How do we know Blame Truth isn't bullshitting? Well, we don't, but the odds are definitely on his side. He began this fiasco with a single video, simply telling the story of his supposedly haunted Pokemon Blue cartridge. Here's a clip taken from the original video.
I've been debating on whether or not I should tell this story to anyone, but I assure you it is true. It's very bizarre, and it kind of makes me uneasy, especially since just recently I kind of dug it up again. When I got my game back, I noticed some odd things, like there was a level 130 gold duck or whatever, glitchy stuff like that. I think you might have used the Game Shark as well. One weird thing is one of the missing numbers he caught that was in the box actually transformed into a Ditto after a short period of time. I just kind of left them in the box, because I think I can't really remember like super detailed, but I'm pretty sure all the missing numbers you caught put in the box changed into something. But the reason why I say it's strange that this one turned into a Ditto is because this missing number, or this Ditto I should say, was not its normal color. Now, with the Game Boy Color, even on the old Pokemon blue and red versions that weren't in color or made for color, there was still like the blue, or there was still color if you played it on a Game Boy Color. And one thing that was weird about this Ditto was it wasn't its normal shade. It was kind of this like opaque white color. And I'm not making this up, and this is the craziest thing. This opaque white color, and I thought nothing of it. I thought it was just a weird, odd glitch until the next day when I was going through my box, or the next time I was going through my box, I should say, the Ditto had transformed into an Eevee. Like, I thought the Ditto got released or something, but nobody else had my game. And then upon checking again, it was an Eevee. Now, it gets weirder. It actually transformed into an Arbok. And when I say transform, I don't mean the move transform. I mean, in the box, it physically changed what Pokemon it was. So it went from Ditto to Eevee to Arbok. Now, as if it couldn't get any weirder, it actually changed back to Ditto eventually, just in the box. I never took it out because I thought it was just bizarre how it would keep changing. I didn't want to ruin it, But it changed back into the white Ditto, not a purple Ditto, a white Ditto. Now this was odd because the other Pokemon sprites were normal. The Arbok and the Eevee were normal, but the Ditto was white again. And, on and off I'd pick up Pokemon Blue again through the years and play it and check out some stuff. And it wasn't until I got older that I realized something strange about this whole white Ditto fiasco and what Pokemon it changed into. The first letter of the Pokemon that it changed into, well, it was Ditto, Eevee, Arbok, and then Ditto again. Now, if you spell that out, that spells dead. Now, maybe I'm when it changed into. The first letter of the Pokemon that it changed into, well, it was Ditto, Eevee, Arbok, and then Ditto again. Now, if you spell that out, that spells dead. Now, maybe I'm just looking too far into it, but that kind of creeps me out. And it doesn't end there.
As time went by, more and more evidence began leading to this being a paranormal experience. Not just that, but the ghost seems to be vaguely communicating with Blame Truth. Since this video, he still to this day has been experiencing many issues with things in his house. These things are all related to, or are, the color blue. His laptop got the blue screen of death. His blue mouse clicked on a video by itself during a vlog Blame Truth was doing. His blue Stoneball mic has been glitchy. Sony Vegas, which has a blue icon, wasn't working. A blue bowl even mysteriously dropped on the focus, which had Blame Truth was doing. Blue screen of death, related to or are the color blue issues with things in his house. Since this video, he still to this day has been experiencing many issues with things in his house. These things are all related to or are the color blue. His laptop got the blue screen of death. His blue mouse clicked on a video by itself during a vlog Blame Truth was doing. His blue Stoneball mic has been glitchy. Sony Vegas, which has a blue icon, wasn't working. A blue bowl even mysteriously dropped on the floor without anyone touching it. This is when it became clear to Blame Truth that a ghost was trying to communicate with him. It was too much to be a coincidence. Due to a broken Game Boy, he had to record footage of his haunted game on an emulator. This is the result. take note of White Hand, aka White Ditto's sprite. It's the sprite of the sleeping man from the beginning of the game, who's cranky because he hasn't had his coffee, instead of a regular Pokemon sprite. The best way to explain this is that the ghost was using this sprite as a way to signify a dead person, as it is this closest looking sprite to anyone dead in the game. Also, in the second clip, the sprite of the sleeping man can be seen flash onto the screen in two different parts for only a split second. In most recent news, Blame Truth contacted his cousin, who he had lent the game to before all of this creepy stuff started happening. Blame Truth is hard at work looking for answers, and what his cousin said, if true, gives him many more clues on what could be happening. Here's an important clip from the conversation with his cousin.
Like, I'm not blaming you for this, but some really weird shit started happening after I got it back from you. At first it was stuff that could be written off as coincidence, but like, I started playing it more over the years, and shit started getting weirder and weirder, and like, about a year ago, I used a Ouija board, and more things started happening, and then I started talking about it on YouTube, and, I don't know, like...
Did you say Ouija board?
Yeah. It wasn't like a real one, it was like a Parker Brothers fake one, but, yeah, I used one.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember, but the whole reason I wanted to buy the game was because my dad and me and my mom and some of my friends, we were going to Wilmington on vacation, and it was a pretty long drive, and I didn't want to be bored, and I needed something to do just to pass time on the way over there.
Yeah.
And I never really told you because it didn't really seem like an important thing. It was just something to do at the time. And some of my friends and I, we used a Ouija board in an abandoned hospital down there.